Now, at this point, when Art finally gets to Luthor Mansion, he confronted with Lex Luthor in his entirety, with the glove, bald head, everything. Michael Rosenbaum. The time's come, and they have the most amazing conversation. I can't go into a lot of detail about it. I need to relook at it over and over again. But basically, Lex talks to Clark and saying, "Look, it wasn't the fact that I was jealous or even mad at you for how you did our relationship. I was more mad at the fact that you, that are the chosen savior, the bringer of light to the darkness, chose willingly to deny, and run from your calling. That disgusted me. That was powerful." And he was like, if that had been me, I would have embraced it and I would have taken it and run with it. Clark said to him, "It's not your destiny." He said, "Yeah, I see that now. You're right. I got my own embraced destiny now. And it's to be your opposite, your darkness." And I was like, whoa. But then Lex said something to him that totally surprised me. Like, Clark was telling him, "Look, this is not the time for this right now, but I will always be there to stop you, no matter what. And right now, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can be the one to stop this darkness coming." And Lex said, "No, you won't. Clark can't. But we both know who can." And I was like, are you seriously hinting and saying that for Clark Kent to stop this, he must be something beside himself, something super, something of light to stop this darkness? That's basically, he sounded like the whole conversation basically to push Clark into being the Superman that he's supposed to be. Now, whether it was Lex knowing that unless this darkness is gone, that they're not going to be able to have their ultimate fight, I don't know. But basically, he pushed his brother into saying, "Look, you have to do this. And you have to be outside yourself to do it. But you will." And that was crazy. The amount of confidence Lex had in him at the same time. Like we're going to be doing this forever. But you have to first do this and stop it. It's crazy. Because Lex could have had every opportunity in the world he wanted to try to kill Clark right now. He was the most vulnerable. But he didn't. Anyway, Clark leaves. And he goes to, back to his barn. And what he finds out is that, Lionel was there to confront him. Fully engulfed with the darkness. Used as a vessel by Darkseid. Now, a lot of people don't like this because they wanted to see Darkseid in full-fledged CG and just kicking butt. But what can you do? It was amazing regardless. And he basically said, "Look, you're not going to be able to stop this. You're not going to be able to stop me. I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to destroy you. You cannot exist right now." And basically, he takes Clark and kind of like the Force, he puts him down to his knees and he grabs him, puts him right at his neck and holds him up. And basically, I was thinking, man, it's about to be a fight. I don't even know if Clark can live through this, because what he did, he took him, he threw him so fast that his body went through both layers of the barn and it continued to go up. But all of a sudden, it was he got knocked in the head almost, because he had a flashback. And I don't know if any of y'all ever seen Dragon Ball Z, but when Gohan turned Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, he had this flash that happened where he just had a revelation of everything he brought to you from right now to what he's really doing it for. And Clark had that same kind of revelation. He basically went and saw all the good things that he did from step one of saving Lex to now, and what his entirety, it was just amazing just for him to get down a revelation from that. And he stopped, and his dad said, "Look, you're ready. You are ready to do this." Jor-El said it straight up. And I was like, how is he doing this in the middle of just flying through the air? But he did, and he stopped, and all of a sudden he just was levitating. He looked, and he just fully embraced who and what he was because of what he was doing. And it was just crazy, because what he did, he stopped, he controlled, he went straight at Darkseid, straight at Lionel Luthor, and he literally burst right straight through Lionel Luthor's body. Like, it was just crazy. After that point, everything just went crazy for me. I was sitting there crying, sitting there laughing, sitting there going crazy, holding myself in the pillow. He went finally to the fortress, and what he did at the fortress was he was talking to his dad, and his dad was telling him how proud he was of him. That even though this coming apocalypse is coming, like, you will stop this. Not because of just you having my blood, because Jonathan and Martha Kent designed you to be the perfect hero. And he totally gave credit to them. Like, it was just amazing. Like, Clark needed to hear that. He needed to know that so he could fully walk in what he had to do. All of a sudden, from the ground, pops out just the suit, covered in black ice. And I thought before, looking at screenshots, it was all the way over there most of the time, but I guess it wasn't. They maybe did it for dramatic effect. Who knows? But came up, and Clark looked at it. He's just like marveled by it. He turned and he looked back, and Jonathan Kent was there, holding the actual suit, and saying, "Never forget Smallville. Never forget who and what you are. Embrace this destiny now." And like, Clark took it, and he looked down, and then he shot straight up into the air. Now, after that point, y'all, I was flipping out. He was in the air, and he was actually putting the suit on in midair. He got up past the barrier, flew out, curved, and we see a screenshot of a CGI version of Superman. Beautiful. I don't care if it wasn't his whole body or what. Like, I mean, they don't have the resources for like a budgeted like suit or whatnot. That screenshot right there was just amazing. He goes, and at this point, what's going on is two things. Tess is confronted Lex, and what happens is Lex tells her, "Look, I always knew you were my sister. Why do you think I even trusted you? Why do you think I used you?" And he gives her a hug, he embraces her, and he shanks her. Like, shanks her with a knife in the stomach. That's to kill her. And saying, like, "I did this to save you so you wouldn't become me." She says it's too late. And she's like, basically like, "Look, I know that you're so jacked up." And she touches his face, caresses it. And sure enough, it's like a toxin that makes him not forget everything. So kind of the reverse effect of what Clark had. He had lost every memory that he had. And he said, how long is it going to be? She said 30 seconds. She dies. Sure enough, that 30 seconds is gone, and he forgets everything. We see it all just vanish away. It's just crazy. And I mean, to be honest, like, that's how it needs to be. So he can walk in what he has to do. But anyway, what also is going on is Lois is with the president. And I talked about it before, but she actually is trying to convince him not to send a nuke at Apocalypse, because she said, "You don't understand how big it is. All the satellites are out. I have proof that this is a planet. Nuclear fallout is going to be at least a third of a population." And they knew it. And it was just crazy, because she had to convince them that, look, there's somebody that's coming that's going to save the day. Trust in it. And then all of a sudden the plane starts like unraveling and shaking. Here comes Clark. No. Here comes Superman. And he levels the plane out. And he goes to the window where Lois is, and he just sits there and just pans and says, "Look," basically in my mind, he said, "Look, it's all going to be okay." And she just is like, wow. She takes the camera and she starts the interview with the president, and I was like, yeah, she's about to call Superman. Anyway, Clark goes, he flies across the city, try to go to where Apocalypse is. And everybody on the ground level is already like seduced with the darkness. The only person that's there straight is Oliver. Oliver's rooting Clark on, saying, "You can do it." And Clark goes to Apocalypse, he pushes it. The whole thing. Like, I know we had never talked about how strong Clark really is, but wow. He pushes it out of orbit. And then it shows a pan shot of just him in his suit. CG shot. Pretty good facial shot, but a lot of people were disappointed with that. I wasn't. I thought it was amazing. Just to see that kind of CG and that kind of like thing in Smallville, shoot, I'm waiting 10 years for that. I don't care if he's in, like, whatever. Like, it's just amazing. Then it goes back to the actual, like, little boy and Chloe. And Chloe basically tells her that's how a boy became a Superman. Didn't say became Superman. So she wasn't the one that named him. Of course, we all know that Lois Lane was the one that had the first interview that called him Superman. So, anyway, fast forward, Clark basically, before I do that, with Chloe, that little boy, they were talking, all of a sudden, little boy was like, read it again. He's like, no, go to sleep. And he looks to the side, and there's like some arrows over there, so maybe that is Oliver's kid. Now, I don't know if that is his actual legitimate kid or what, I'm not really sure, but it was awesome just to see. Then after that, Chloe makes a call to Lois. This is like the 7-year later Lois. And so she's at the Daily Planet, and she's about to talk to Perry White. And all of a sudden, we pan and we see Aaron Ashmore as Jimmy Olsen, as the younger brother. Legit camo. Craziness. And she's just telling him, like, you need to do this, you need to live up to your brother's name. It's just crazy. And then Clark appears, and he was acting all bumbly and goofy around her, and she was like, okay, nobody's watching, sweetheart. And obviously he's put on a front for that period to the 7 years, and like, I guess they put their relationship on the back burner so that they can fully be able to walk in what destinies they need to do. And they've kept it secret. They kept it really legitly secret, which I predicted. And with that, she showed him the rings. Or I can't remember, he did or she did. Anyway, they said, well, let's do this later. And so 7 years later, they have a secret wedding, and they make it finalized, and it's just so cool. But then there's some kind of disaster that's going on, and he has to go save the day. So Clark leaves, he goes upstairs, and she's just smiling, grinning, walking downstairs knowing that he's going to save the day. And he goes and on the roof, he's running. And as he runs, he just takes the glasses off, looks up, and he just reveals the suit. Just epic. While this is going on, maybe 30 seconds or a minute, like the John Williams score for Superman theme is going on. It's beautiful. Like, I couldn't ask for a better ending. I mean, even if he had went out and showed his full Superman suit and just flew out like that, I mean, it would have been fine, but I would have wanted to see more. I would have rather be teased a little bit than to get everything revealed just for me wanting to see more Smallville. Like, it's been 10 years, and it's been a big part of, like, not just pop culture, but like my reality. Like, looking at the hero of today versus what Clark is trying to be. And it's just so crazy. Like, I loved it. I give it a 10 out of 10. You can check other reviews like CK61938. You can go to IGN.com. You can go to Human Scorch. You can go whoever you want to and check out a review. But if you're a real Superman fan and you're not trying to just be nitpicky, you're not trying to find the faults or just trying to get more out of it, that you can truly be satisfied as to what came about this whole thing. That we, in essence, got everything we wanted. We got the tights, we got Lex, we got him being Goofy Clark. Like, it all fit. It all worked out. I couldn't ask for anything more. And so I think I'm pretty good that I got it in 15 minutes each. Sorry about last night's venting review. I didn't even finish the review. But y'all, it's been a good run. I'm going to continue to make reviews about other things, but it's nothing going to be like Smallville. Nothing. I really don't think it will. But God bless y'all. And I hope y'all can really just value the whole series itself. Thanks for watching my reviews. Y'all stay encouraged. Take care.